I'm Wes Jerving. I share Peter's name because we're cousins. My father is the younger brother of my Uncle Doug, so obviously I've known Peter my whole life. I wanted to talk about Peter from a personal standpoint and also from the standpoint of being a police officer, although I'm a sergeant now, so I'm only halfway a police officer these days. As kids, Peter and I would do stupid stuff together with our brothers and sisters and my older brother. And as teenagers, we did stupider stuff together. And then we became adults and continued to do stupid stuff together. Peter was a guy who could fight. I don't know if any of you have talked to any of his family, but there's a lot of stories about Pete, and he's a bit of a scrapper and into MMA and that sort of thing. And one time I was over, and Andrew and Pete got out the boxing gloves, and they said, how'd you like to fight? And me being dumb, I said, I would like to fight. I'll show you what I'm made of. And my Uncle Doug, he just kind of had a funny smile on his face. And because some lessons in life you don't have to say, right? Unlike the lessons that you taught him about love and Jesus. This one was a self-correcting problem. So I get on the boxing gloves, and I'll see out of the corner of my eye, I see my dad running up. And he grabs me and he says, you don't want to do that. What do you mean? He said, well, we got to go home. And on the car ride home, he explained to me that Peter had a little street in him, and as you know, and I have less, and I would have regretted having boxed with Peter. As we grew older, we hung out, we played softball together, and you know, Pete's an athlete, and again, I am less. So I invited him to play on the teams that I played on as an adult, and anytime we needed someone for flag football, I mean, he would just show up. And he'd become part of the team, even though he had been a player that was just there to fill a role for one day. Same with the softball and all the sports and the bowling and everything. I mean, he was a winner. And if he was on your team, you became a winner too. And I know all of you at District 4 know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that being on Peter's team makes us all winners and everybody in law enforcement here. I introduced Peter to a lot of my friends, and would you know, that guy, he became better friends with them than I am. Just because he's such a happy guy. I mean, he's smiling and he tells jokes all the time. And I was talking to Josh Harris from District 4, and he said that he never saw him leave work where he wasn't smiling or laughing. And I never saw Peter where he wasn't smiling or laughing, unless he was giving you that look that you had just said something stupid. And you guys know what I'm talking about with the raised eyebrows. There's a picture of it that was playing before. I became a police officer. I've been in law enforcement for about 15 years. And when I heard that Peter was going to finally become a police officer, I was ecstatic, because I knew he was exactly the kind of man that we needed in our profession. A man of action, a man who was fit, but also a man who was filled with loving kindness. The exact kind of person that we need on the street to be able to serve our community. After I heard that Peter had died early in the morning, I was brokenhearted, as we all are. And you law enforcement officers and fire personnel will understand this. Sometimes you just fall asleep wherever you are. And as I was dozing off, I thought, well, when I see Peter at his funeral, what am I going to say to him? And I woke up immediately and I realized that I can't. He's gone. But if we had one chance to say something to Peter, what would it be? What would we say? Would we say, I'm sorry? I'm sorry that we weren't closer, and that when we played ball together, sometimes I was terrible. He wouldn't want that. He wouldn't want us to say that we were sorry. He would give you that funny look when you're saying something stupid. Would you say, I love you, if it was the last thing that you could say to him? Oh, he knew we loved him, especially his brothers and sisters and mom and dad, as you can hear from the kind words that they shared. Their family and our family is just filled with love. He knew that we loved him. So what could we say? I would say thank you. Thank you, Peter, for being the example of what a man is to be, so that my own sons, I have 4, when they grow up, I hope that they would follow in your example and be examples of loving kindness joy, steadfastness, and hard work, that they would follow in the love of Jesus Christ as Peter did. I would say thank you for laying down your life for your friends, for being a good partner, a policeman, and a loving cousin. Thank you, Peter.